Now, for someone who's never been to Ecuador before, what's the first thing you think they should know about the country as a whole?
I think the thing that a lot of people don't realize, it's a really small country with every possible ecosystem in it. So you can see so many different things in a pretty short period of time. That's why I love it so much. So if you want to go to the rainforest, you want to go to the Galápagos, you want to go to the coast, you want to go to the mountains, you can do all of that in 3 weeks or so. I mean, if you had longer, great. But I think if you want to explore all of these different types of natural wonders, then it's a great place to go.
I love that. It reminds me a lot of, I mean, these are bigger countries, but like Mexico, I love it. And the fact that you can jump from the coast to the rainforest, you can go see cities surrounded by mountains. It's very similar. And so, Bolivia, again, the same thing. I think some of these South American countries are spectacular for, again, that. You stay a couple weeks and you really get the whole 9 yards. Whereas in the States, you got to drive hours and hours and hours and hours to get to, from the beach to the mountains in most places.
Exactly.
And how would you describe the energy of Ecuador for someone who's never been?
For me, it was very vibrant. I mean, there's a lot of music in the culture. It's also very family-oriented culture. So the energy is warm and I felt very welcomed at all times. And I think that, like I said, it's just food and music and being with family. Like that's the energy that I got out of being there. Definitely much more like it's a cohesive energy. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's different than this country and like what I grew up with here as far as that family orientation.
Yeah, I think that is such a neat thing. And we've discussed this in previous episodes with other world travelers where a lot of times in South America specifically, some places in Europe, but they're just so much more focused on the things that we want to be focused on in the States, but we are a lot more focused on career, money, the fast pace of life. And I think South America does family and, like you said, culture and really slowing down and kind of loving your neighbor as well in a very nice way. What a good feeling it is to be a tourist. Not that you were a tourist, you became a local, but to come down there for the first time, not really knowing anybody. And well, I know that you had some family down there, but not knowing a ton of people and just really being immersed in the culture and people being friendly and warm immediately and just kind of being invited in by that vibrancy. It's a great feeling to travel to a country and feel that warmth.
Yeah. As somebody who was homesick, I hadn't been away from my parents longer than a week, I don't think. It made the transition a lot smoother.
Yeah, certainly.
Hey, it's your travel brat, Nat. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to the podcast on your preferred listening platform. We also love reviews, so feel free to leave us a Google review or a review wherever you listen.